We're now going to cover Lesson 13, Using Page Layouts. In Lesson 12, we reviewed how to change specifications should you need to in your page layout. And that's in your master layout. So unless you absolutely have to make changes to your master layout, you want to avoid doing that. If you want to make changes to a transcript, that's fine, and I'll show you how to do that. So when we translate a file, when we start a real-time file, we automatically select a page layout. So you would click on, just like normal when you're starting a real-time file, you click on Translate, and then you select, let's see, we're writing real-time, so we need Writer, your layout file. So I've selected the School Minimum Transcript Format Standards layout file. Okay, so from now on, when you create your transcripts, when you write real-time, unless you have a page layout that you absolutely know is compliant with the Minimum Transcript Format Standards Code of Regulations, go ahead and use this School Minimum Transcript page layout. You name your file, you click on OK, and you start your real-time. All right. So what happens when you realize, uh-oh, I have a couple different page layouts. I have, and the only difference between my layouts is maybe a footer. I work for ABC reporting, and I also work for XYZ reporting. And I selected my ABC reporting instead of XYZ when I started my real-time translation. And the difference is they each have a footer. And I want to make sure that I have the proper page layout. How do I change it after I have already completed writing the job? You can do that in Edit. So you open the job up in Edit. And we'd scroll up to Format, scroll down to Modify Layout. Okay, and let me bring this over here so that you can see it better. So I'm widening my layout specs. And I want to make sure that I've got the proper footer. So how do I do that? By underneath Layout, I'm going to Headers and Footers. I'm going to use that drop-down arrow. And remember, they're all called headers, even though it's a footer. What makes it a footer is the vertical position down here. How many inches from the top of the page? All right, so I'm going to select Header 1, and I want to put XYZ reporting. Oops. And it's got to be at the bottom of the page, so let's see, I'm going to center it on the page for my horizontal position. My vertical position, I've got to be down at the bottom of the page, so like 10.5. Click Apply. What do I want to do? I want to do it to the entire document. Catalyst is asking, entire document, only this page, from this page to the next layout, entire document. Click on OK. Let me scroll down and see if it's there. Aha, it's there. Okay, not very pretty though. Let's see. I'm retyping it. Apply, entire document. For some reason, oh, okay. Instead of centered on the page, let's say centered on the margins. Oh, it doesn't like that. That's odd. How about centered on the box? And still, it's kind of funny. It's not really coming out the way it should. Let's try Header 2 and see if that works any better. Centered on the box. Let's just bring it up a smidge. Oops. 10.2, apply. Oops, too much. I needed to go down just a little bit. All right, so I'm going to take this, and that's weird. So now they're both looking good. Okay, let's leave it. All right, so in your transcript here is where you would want to make your changes for your test and for your date. So I originally said that, you don't want to keep anything in your original master page layout, but you can keep your page number and maybe your name. And this is where you would change your date and test number if you needed to put that on the top of your transcript. Okay, so let's go over to, so we've already got header 1 and header 2 already defined. So let's make a header 3. And I did Sally Doe again, and I wanted it on the left side of my page, so left margin. The vertical position, remember I'm counting from the top of the page down, how many inches from the top of the page down. And let's put 0.20 for a starting point. I want it on the entire document because I want my name on the entire document, right? So make sure you have entire document selected. Click OK. So there we go, Sally Doe. Looks like it's a little too far down. Let's change it to 0.15. And entire document. Okay, that moved it up nicely. Now we want the date. So header number 4. Let's see, March 10th. Okay, so that was 0.15 for our name. Let's make our date 0.25 and see how that looks for the entire document. Whoops, what did I forget to do? Horizontal. I need to make it to the left margin. Apply to the entire document. Okay. It's a little too high, but you know what? I kind of like that position. Let's see if I can move my name up a little bit. Go back to header 3. Let's try 0.10 and see what that looks like. So vertical position, exactly 0.10, apply, entire document, okay. Oh, that moved it up nicely. I like that now. And now what do I need? How about the test number? Okay, so my name was header 3. My date was header 4, header 5. How about test 1? All right, so horizontal position is my left margin. My vertical position, let's try 0.35 and see what that looks like. Click on apply, entire document, and not enough. How about 0.38? Let's change that vertical position to 0.38. Apply, entire document, that looks better. We might even want to go 0.39. Just to move it down a smidge. That looks better. Okay. So now let's go ahead and save that. Okay, we can close our layout out by clicking on our X on the right-hand side of the screen for close. And we're still in that document. Okay. So when you want to change the headers, while you're in a document, test 1, test 2, and the date. This is where you can change or modify your page layout, I should say. Okay, so I've opened up the document, go up to Format, scroll down to Modify Layout. My layout specifications open, and this is where I go to my headers. Okay, what if I wanted to change the entire page layout? I chose the wrong page layout altogether. I could go up to Format. I could go to Apply New Layout. My Select Layout to Apply dialog box appears, and I can select any of these layouts. So let me see what happens if I select this layout. I click on Open, entire document, and now things are changed, including my headers, because I applied a totally different page layout. Okay. And remember, with the headers, if you have the student software, you have to work around the embedded headers. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay, there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, a different way to change your header in Edit while you're editing is to use the Control H, which brings up your header dialog box. So I'm holding the Control key down, I'm pressing the H. Okay, so my header 1. You know what, before I do that, let me go back to, let me just go ahead and modify this layout and put these headers back in. Okay, I want to go ahead and put these headers back in because I want to show you if there's an easier way instead of modifying it every time. Whoops, left margin, and then header 3 was my name. Left margin and apply entire document. Oops. Okay, so I need to move my date down. And I need to move my test number 1 down. And again, these specifications, you just have to kind of move them around, adjust them, see where you personally like the information. All right. So I can open up my headers by holding the Control key down and pressing the H. Okay, so header 1, what was header 1? Well, not really sure, but I do know that header 3 was my name. I don't need to change my name. Header 4 was the date. Oh, but this isn't March 10th. What if it's March 18th? Okay, I'm going to change the date. I'm going to click apply. Oh my gosh, it changed it so easy. All right, I need to change the header number 5, which is test 1. It's not test 1 anymore, it's test 3. Apply, okay. Wasn't that easy? Okay, so we have 2 ways of doing it, 2 ways of adjusting your name, the date, and the test number. You can either go up to Format, Modify Layout, or the easier way is to use your commands, Control H, hold the Control key down, press the H, it brings up your change header footer text, and change your headers that way. Okay. So what if I wanted to shut off or turn on page numbers? So the default is to have the page numbers turned on. Some agencies like the first page, the title page, to have no page number. So while in Edit here, put your cursor on the first page. If we want to take the page number off the first page, put your cursor on the first page. Bring up the headers dialog box by holding the Control key down, pressing the H. We're going to change the header number here to page number. This is called a placeholder. Page number 1, 2, 3 in brackets, that's called a placeholder. We're going to delete that placeholder. So highlight it, press your delete key, click on OK. All right, so let's see. No page number on page 2. What if I wanted a page number on page 2? Put your cursor on page 2. Hold the control key down. Brings up our change header footer. Let's scroll down to page number again. Now you see there's nothing in there. There's no placeholder. So we need to go over to Insert Field. Click on Insert Field. Scroll down to page number 123 because we want it in digits. Click on OK. Now that placeholder is put where we need it to be put. Click on Apply. OK. Let's scroll down, and there it is. Okay, so this is handy because, like I said, some agencies like there to be no page number on the first page, on the title page. All right, so we can turn off or turn back on the line numbers. In pleading papers such as this, in legal papers, we always have line numbers. Okay, but if we wanted to turn them off, let's go to the top of the page here. And we are going to press and release the F4 key, press and release the lowercase z. It shuts off our line numbers. Now to get the line numbers back, press and release the F4, press and release the uppercase Z. Brings our line numbers back. So what if we had a volume 2 of a transcript and we wanted to change the page number of the beginning page of our transcript? Because in volume 2, volume 3, volume 4, what they are, they're testimony of the same witness. So we want consecutive page numbers. So a volume 1 of Jane Doe stopped at page 50. Volume 2 would begin at page 51. Or Sally Doe in this case. So let's say we wanted this transcript to begin with page 51. So let's go up to Format, Set Page Number. Our page number change dialog box appears. It says new page number. Let's type in 51. Click on OK. And let's scroll down. Oh, why isn't it there? Oh, that's because we already told Catalyst in our headers and footers to take it out. All right, so let's try to put it back in. Control H brings up our header footer. Our page number, we need to insert field. Put the page number in there. Click on OK. Apply. OK again. Let's see, is it there? You know, and sometimes with Catalyst, when you take out a page number, it doesn't like you to put the page number back. So be very careful about that. So let's open up a different exercise. Let's open up exercise 3. Let's go to the top of the page. And let's just say we want this page 51. Go to Format, Set Page, page number 51. Click on OK, and now you see it changed to page 51. So just so you know, when you're changing page numbers, if you've already taken the page number off of a page, you're not going to be able to put it back on when you're using the headers and footers. Header footer dialog box, I should say. Okay, so now you know how to create your headers, your footers, change your page numbers, put your name as a header, your test number, your date, okay? And you can adjust that while you're in your transcript by using the Control H command. All right, thank you.